Hey guys, we're back with another video. This one's actually a tutorial by the title, obviously, and that you see that we're in Photoshop. Obviously, you're going to need Photoshop and you're going to need After Effects. With that, you're going to make something like this, like all around here. First, go to create new. I already have mine, but it's going to be 1920 by 1080p. I'm actually going to change this to 72. Create. We're actually gonna go to the square tool, go to rectangle, click on it once, just once, you don't have to do it twice. 1920 by 1080. Gonna make a box. Mine's already boarded, as you can see. The way you do that, you go here to properties. If it's not already there, you would go to window properties right here, and it will pop up somewhere. With that, cut off the fill, put the border line here. Mine's going to be 40. You can put yours at whatever, and you're going to press Control T, which is going to transform it. If this is not already click it. I recommend that. Center this, and you're going to see these lines. If you don't see those lines, press Control H. What I'm going to do in the meantime, just to make it easier on me, you don't have to do this. I recommend it. It's going to make your life so much easier. You're going to press Control R to bring up the rulers, and you're going to drag it until it clicks in. So that's the middle. You're going to do that with horizontal and vertical. There you go. I'm actually going to make this a little bit bigger. Sometimes I like it a little bit bigger than that. It's going to show the purple line so it's centered. What you're going to do after that, rasterize this, open a new one, new layer. You're going to go to the polygon tool. If you don't have it already up and you have a lasso tool, hold on to it and then go to polygon. What I usually do, just so it's even, I'm going to go to here. You're going to drag out another ruler. You're going to hold shift and it should hit the middle right here. After this, it's going to be whatever design you want. You can copy me, really don't care. You hold shift and it should be straight lines or 45-degree lines. And then you're going to go all the way up to the middle. It's going to click there. Keep holding shift. It's going to click together. After that, you're going to press Control Backspace. By doing that, you're going to make this shape. You're not really seeing this shape because the background's a different color. If you want to change the background, go here. Go to G, change this to like a dark gray, change the background, now you see it. Go back to the move tool, which is V. If you want to make it easier on yourself, you're going to select this, which is Control, click on the little box. And then you're going to select this, highlight it, press delete, or backspace. I believe you could press backspace too. As you can see, it's going to make a layer like this. What you're going to do with this one, which is layer 1, you're going to press Control T, which is to transform. You're going to right click, horizontal, hold shift until both of them are purple, enter, Control on here, go back on this layer, delete it, do the same for both. Okay, so after you're done doing that, press Control H. As you can see, something totally simple, nothing crazy, nothing exotic. If you do want to put a logo, my logo's right here. I'll show you exactly where it is. Here we go. Here's my logo. Pop my logo in there. Shorten it down. If you do want to go crazy, you can put it right there. Put it right in the middle. That's not middle. This is middle. Put it right in the middle. After this, close it out. You don't need it for now. Rasterize it. You actually don't need this layer anymore. What we're going to do, just to put a couple of details, this is personally what I do. I go back to the polygon tool, make an extra layer, zoom in. Just make any shape. Make any shape, Control Backspace. There you go. It looks over it, drag it to the bottom. If you want a little design in the middle, you can definitely do that. So if you do want to change the color of it, it's actually going to be the back layer right here. So in this case, I'm just going to put it to a high level gray. What we're going to do, we're going to take this. There's actually one layer. So actually, you never want to do that. That's my fault. You want to do it in 2 layers. What we're going to do with these two, we're going to press Ctrl J, which is going to copy both of them. We're going to press Ctrl T, which is going to highlight them. We're going to flip it horizontal. By flipping it horizontal, we're going to have the same design on the other side, so it's parallel. We're actually going to shift all these up a little bit because I don't really like them up there. It's not grabbing onto all of them, so you got to press Ctrl T. For some reason, these two are actually lower than those two. I have no idea why. There we go. We just had to pull it out a little bit more. Oh, that's why. It wasn't the same. If you really want to, be very specific. You can drag the guidelines. And obviously, we could tell that these two are not the same. There we go. Hide the guidelines again. So now you got this. You got something crazy. If you really want to, Control J, highlight these. Boom. Horizontal. Bro, I want to make it a point that the fact that I said horizontal, I meant vertical. If you do horizontal, it's literally just flipping it the other way again. You do vertical on this part. This part right here, you do vertical, not horizontal. That was my fault. Same down there. For the point of this video, I'm not going to name them. I'm just going to name them panels as a group. So to do the highlighting, click on the top one, hold shift, click on the bottom one, group them up by pressing right here, panels. Let's take the color of red because I know everybody likes red. Blue is my favorite color, but in this case, red. We're gonna go to here. If you want to, double click on the highlighted space. Go to bezel, put this depth, put it down to 1. Put this down to 1. There we go. This one is actually this right here. Stroke. You can have a stroke. You don't really need it. What I recommend for these things is an inner glow, which kind of does the same effect, just not as much. For the sake, let's go to gradient overlay. We're gonna click on this one right here. We're gonna double click. We're not gonna have a super bright color red. What I recommend is copy this and put it in a notepad or something. Click it, and what we're gonna do, we're gonna actually shift this. I don't want that one there. We're gonna shift this all the way, not all the way, about 90%. There's a reason why. I'll teach you. So we're actually gonna put this at 0. We're gonna scale it all the way down. You can put glow to it. You don't need to. You can put shadow if you want. You can do whatever you want. You can put a little shadow. You can push it off to the side so it's giving a little effect to it. You don't really need to. So what you're gonna do, you're gonna hold Alt and go to each one that's layer 2, and you're just gonna copy to it. As a layer 1, you do whatever color you want, kind of like the white for now. So what we're gonna do on this one, hold Alt on the FX, drag it down. It's gonna be the same exact color, but we don't want that. I don't know, maybe the color red is not appealing to me right now, but let's go with the white. Let's go with the white to gray. What you're gonna do with that, you're gonna drag this to layer 1. Layer 1. Make sure you hold Alt on it. I'm just making sure. Let's see. There we go. Layer 1. If you have names on it, it's going to make it so much easier, but in this case I'm not. I'm just going by layer. There you go. There you got your design for that. Put this away because you don't need it anymore. Go to here. we're gonna do the same exact thing. Same exact thing. In this case, we're probably gonna make this a black to dark gray. Reason why is because this one is not very important compared to the other ones. I won't recommend a shadow just looking at it. Inner glow, that's totally up to you. I'm gonna go with it in this case. I kind of don't like how it's so dark, so we're actually gonna go to radial and we're just gonna push it up more. There you go. You got part of that. There's a little extra to it. We're not done yet. So from here, you make a new layer. Add a little detail. Don't have to do this. You really don't. I personally like it. By the way, this is L. It will show you that if you hold on to it. It's for any tool. So you're gonna hold the shift. We're gonna try to match up this line. There you go. Control backspace. Realistically, I'm probably gonna drag this onto it. Actually, I don't like that one. Let's go to the panels. Panel 2. Let's drag it. Let's make it the same color. Screw it, just without the shadow. And then you can do mini ones if you want. Make sure you make that new layer. Almost forgot. And let's drag this over, but let's make this without the shadow. Let's make this like go this way a little, just to give it a little bit pop. So Control D is to deselect. This looks a little off. So just give it a little pop. You can copy and paste, put a huge bar if you want to. In this case, I'm just gonna copy and paste. This is super simple. You can do it any way you want. Around there. That looks about right. We're gonna save this. I'm gonna save it. I'm gonna do it under tutorial if I can find it. Oh, okay. I guess I don't have a tutorial one. Huh. That is so weird. Okay. We're gonna do it under here. I'm gonna put it as tut. So if you remove this, make sure it's transparent. We're gonna save that as a file. Make sure you know where that file is because you're actually gonna need it in the future. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna go to After Effects. I'll be right back. So what we're gonna do, you can go to new project. You technically don't have to though. I don't care. So what you're gonna do, you're actually gonna go to your folder. You're gonna drop tutorial wherever you saved it. You're just gonna drop it. Just drop it. Make sure it says retain layer and it's editable. Don't merge them. What you're gonna do with that, you're gonna double click on it. From here, I still have the Jaguar. I just have to show you this one little thing I find good. So with this, you can take these off. It doesn't really matter. I keep them there just to make it easier. There is going to be a plugin called Saber. I will link Saber in the description below. Saber is a tool that you need to use to get this effect. I mean, there's probably other ways you can. This just makes it the best way. What you're gonna do, I personally like the background on so I can see what I'm doing. With that, you're gonna right click, go to new, go to solid, black solid, doesn't matter. All the settings should be like 1080. If you want 60 frames, I don't recommend it. I recommend 30 just because it's gonna be such a high file size that you're not gonna want that. So it could be any color, it doesn't matter. Drag the Saber on from this and it should be under effects and presets, under video, this right here. First, I'm gonna go with the easiest one, which is energize. Super easy personally. You're gonna go to render settings, you're gonna go to black, you're gonna make it transparent. The reason transparent, because it won't be transparent obviously. The glow size, you can dumb down a little bit. Core size I would keep. More mess with the glow than anything, because the glow is what kind of gives it that feel, but the core size needs to be a little big for this, gonna be honest. Then you're gonna go saber, and you're actually gonna go layer mask. The reason I go layer mask, I'll show you. Give me just 1 sec. So there's a pen tool up here. Use that pen tool. What you're gonna do, you're gonna trace this whole outline. That's what you're gonna do. I'm gonna fast forward. Tip, H and G. H is to move it around. G is to actually click. I'll give an example. So let's start at the middle. And then if you hold shift, same thing. So you move around with this and then you press G, hold shift. There we go. I'm gonna skip forward. You can use the scroll wheel to zoom in, but here we go. Okay, so I'm all done with mine. Take your time with yours. What you're gonna do with this, you're gonna go to this color, make sure you press V, and you're gonna highlight one of the colors. Whatever color you want, doesn't really matter. I'm gonna go for the green. Or for the red, not the green. With that, watch. Let it render out a little bit. Show you a quick clip. So this is what we got. Does that effect? Alright. You can mess with all the settings you want. We're not done there. I mean, you can kind of keep it this way. I'll show you just in case. So what you're going to do, you're going to go to new, you're going to go to shape layer. You'll see why I do this. You're going to do the same thing with the pen tool, but on the inside. The inside should be a lot easier depending on your design. Literally, I just did it. That's all I did. What we're going to do, drag it under, go to, is it this one? No, wait, hold on. You're gonna go to this one. There we go. So it doesn't actually get into the border of it, or actually get into your face cam of it. So here we go, we got this. The reason I wanted to show you the logo, one reason only. Also, you're gonna pull these two right here. You're gonna pull behind the rectangle, and you're gonna pull behind everything, so it actually stands out and it's just having that background. You can have something around your logo. What you're gonna do with this, you're gonna drag down, you're gonna make it a 3D model. I always have motion blur on all these. Put this back to 0. What you're gonna do, start a timeline. This is a minute long. Don't have yours a minute long. If you want to change it, go back to project, right click, composition. I always have mine for 6 seconds. That's just me though. You can make it longer. You can make it 10 seconds. 10 seconds actually sounds better. You're gonna click on this tool right here, and to bring this up, arrow, arrow, click. See how I made that? We're gonna go to 1 minute, and we're gonna do 1 full rotation. See that? See how it's spinning? My logo doesn't have to spin twice. I could just do that. So you have a little animation. Realistically, I would probably pull this out, probably the 2, and I would probably make it just 180 since my logos, I don't need my logo to go full way around, as you could probably tell on here. So how it just spun around. What I recommend you do not have to do this is to hold shift, click on the highlighted thing. What you're going to do, press F9. By pressing F9, it's going to be a little bit more smooth. If you want it smoother, you can literally press on this graph button from here. Don't do that. Go to V, press on this, and Either if you want it coming slow, coming fast. Usually people just pull both of these by clicking on this and then dragging it all the way forward. By doing this, once it renders, I'll show you. So by doing this, it's going to motion pretty smoothly. It's going to go a little bit slow and it's going to pick up real fast and it's going to come back down. One extra thing I personally always do, and I always do this, go to effects, go to light. It's going to be in light sweep, CC light sweep. What you're going to do, you're going to put this on the rectangle. Technically, actually, let's make it a little easier on you guys. Make a new comp, just comp 1. We're going to drag this into comp 1. You're going to go to light sweep, drop on this composition all together. Put the light around here. We're going to put the intensity or the width a little bit bigger. Intensity, you can have as tense as you want. You can even change the color to like a light red. So you have it like that. Make sure it's on add. And what I usually do, just pull it all the way back. And then you're going to do the same thing with this. But this is going to be on the center. So it's actually in the effects panel. So you're going to go there and probably around 2 minutes and let's make it 2.5 minutes. You're going to drag this all the way over until you see it gone. Not too far gone, but gone enough. You're going to press F9. You see that sweep? It's just a sweep. What you're going to do after that, you're going to take this. Don't worry about this red. Do not do that. What you're going to do, you can press Control M on the project that you want to render. Press M. So these are very important. Please pay attention if you're just keeping this on in the background. Click best settings. Me personally, I go to half. You don't have to. I notice problems with other people's streams when I do that. After you go that, go here, make sure it says RGB and alpha. If it does not say that, it's not going to render transparent. What you're going to do from here, you're going to name it whatever you want. And yeah, that's pretty much it. And then you render it. I'll show you right after what you do on OBS. So what you're going to do from here, you're going to press add. I just made a whole entire scene just to do it. Media source, name it. So click off of these two. You don't want any of these checks besides for loop on. You want loop and local file. You're going to go to where you saved it. You're going to press OK. It's going to pop up. Once you do that, expand it out to whatever you want. See that the animations and everything are working. You're going to press add. And you're going to go to your webcam. It's my webcam. So we're going to shorten this down and we're going to scale it out to here. It's going to be a little hard, I know, especially if you have it down and the right. You're going to drag this webcam down here. And okay, it works. Gaming one. You could do so much more effects with this. I appreciate all you guys for watching. If you guys want this, I'm going to leave it in the description. If you guys want more tutorials, come and ask. Anything I did wrong or anything I did right or anything you guys appreciate, please leave it down in the DMs, or if you privately want to message me on it, you can always go on Twitter. My Twitter is on my YouTube channel, or you just look up ShokChrg. It's that easy. Or Shock Designs. Have a side channel where I do all this. So yeah, I hope you guys have a great day. Peace.